We ripping?
The Blakey Brew's been delayed.
Blakey Brew's been a little bit delayed today. No, it's just it's that time of the morning, mate. A little bit early for a beer, isn't it? Especially after the weekend.
What time is it?
Can't even.
It's midday, bro. It's beer o'clock somewhere.
Lunchtime beer, bro. But yeah, how about how was your weekend?
Bit of an emotional roller coaster. I mean,
For somebody who doesn't follow the Rabbitohs or the NRL,
well, to be honest, I think
it brought you right back in.
It did. It really did.
Roped you back in.
And to be at a live game like that with the atmosphere that had really got me hooked again. So I think I'll be following next year's season quite closely.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll probably get into that a little bit later on in the potty. But did you get up to anything else over the weekend, bro?
No, just went to the grand final. Watched the fights on Sunday.
Yep.
Worked here Saturday.
Yeah. Takes up most of the time, doesn't it?
Yeah, and that was pretty much it. It was another weekend of sports.
Yeah. It's becoming the regular routine. Eh?
It is, and my sole excuse to the missus every time she goes, "You never stop fucking watching the."
It's
watching
sports or Dragon Ball
fights.
Z. Sports or Dragon
I just
Ball.
go, well, Emma, it's part of my job. I have to know these things.
I get paid to do this.
Exactly. I need to know what I'm talking about.
That's right. If he doesn't come to the potty with all his stats and all his knowledge, how else are we supposed to keep this ball rolling, eh?
Exactly.
And there's only so much I can do.
Well, there's not. It's not like I do come to the potty with stats.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, hardly. Lucky.
All the stats are in this fucking thick skull of mine.
Yeah. Lucky you come with somewhat of an agenda today, because I didn't.
Well, I come up with the agenda maybe 2 minutes before the podcast.
Hey, that's what we do best, baby.
Wing it, baby.
That's it. All right, let's get straight into it. Welcome to another edition of the Coach Carter podcast, ladies and gentlemen. I am here with my co-host, Blakey. How the hell are you, bruh?
Fucking awesome, but still a bit sad from Sunday. Honest, I was fucking
You can see it in his eyes.
Every South fan there, and all of Panthers' 10 supporters at the fucking game.
Oh, was it? Yeah.
Mainly Rabbits.
Rabbits, yeah.
Hey,
all the photos that I seen, there was mainly, Rabbitoh supporters.
Yeah, it was all Rabbits.
Yeah.
In our little, where we were, there was maybe 2 or 3 Panthers supporters. And every time the Panthers fucking done something, they would go off. And everyone else is just like giving them dirties, eh?
Yeah. Nah, there's, so there's your first grand final.
Yeah, first grand final I actually went to, and it was fucking awesome.
Did it feel like a grand final? Was it was there anything different about it than a normal game, and what was it?
No, it did. The atmosphere there was fucking unreal. Like the moment you walked into the stadium, it just felt so alive.
Was Caxton Street doing anything?
Yeah, it was pretty busy.
Yeah? Everyone was there pre-drinking before?
Yeah, we went to a bar
before
we went in, and the bar we went to, I chucked a sneaky 50 in the pokes.
Yeah, how'd you go?
Doubled my money.
Eesh.
In like the first 10 slaps.
Eesh,
so I pulled that out. I was like, fuck it. If I keep going, I'll end up being here for hours.
You remember when we were making it sound like you're a bad slapper, but we were down at a Rundle Tavern last week having a lunch, and and I remember all the boys fed a little bit through, and I was sitting back, and I said, I'm the only winner, because I actually haven't put in any money yet. And then fucking old Breezy puts another 50 through, and we leave through your machine.
I think
it's 1,800. More than 30.
He does $5 bets.
Yeah. Anyway, we get a message about 20 minutes after we've left. Look what I just hit, boys.
Yeah,
what?
And as we're about to leave, I'm like, "You gonna stay and keep going?" He's
like,
nah, I'm going.
Nah, just the old sneaky. That's what he does, eh? He just tells us, nah.
He goes, just feed your last 50 in that machine.
Yeah.
I feed it, I lose it. He goes, yeah, I might. I'm going to go too.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
You stayed down there anyway.
Straight back to my fucking pokey. The one I
just went, this seat's nice and warm.
Yeah. He's already dropped some money in here.
Yeah, no, I didn't have any bets rolling on the weekend other than the UFC. Yep. I just had a little cheeky multi going, and I pulled out of one of the multis at last minute, and man, I wish I stuck to it, because it was paying like $12.50 or $5.
Yeah.
And didn't commit to it, and all those fights went the way that I'd predicted that multi.
Really?
But there's always the shoulda, coulda, woulda ones.
Man, I was like, I think one leg off winning $2,500.
Who let you down?
South Sydney. I had it. I had South to win and South to win 1-12, and then I had a few fights, and all the fights went the way. it wouldn't have been 2.5 actually because the Kevin Holland got declared a no contest.
Yeah, no contest.
So did you see what happened there?
Yeah, we'll go through that when we get to the fights. But crazy, weird outcome. But I agree with the decision.
Yeah, the decision absolutely was necessary.
It shouldn't have taken that long for them to get to where it was. But
exactly, that submission should never have been placed.
Exactly right. Yeah,
while he's fucking out on his legs.
Agreed.
It's not fair.
But so I had a couple of multis right in there. But so it was my girlfriend's birthday. It's my girlfriend's birthday tomorrow. Shout out to Charlotte. But we were out at Pink Monkey, and we were out in Burleigh. She organised the whole day for herself on the Sunday. Her and her friends, they went out to lunch and stuff, and then she thought it was a good idea.
Some of the snappies.
Yeah, she thought it was a good idea to book the Pink Monkey for 6:30 right on kickoff. And if anyone in the Burleigh area knows, Pink Monkey is a good time, but not to watch footy because there's no bloody TVs there. It's all just like a nightclub. So there's one TV right up the back, and we were trying to get it on there. The only issue was they didn't have any free to air, so we're trying to Chromecast it and connect to the internet and do all that shit, and we didn't end up getting it going by half time, and it was already half time.
The Pink Monkey.
Pink fucking monkey, bro.
You'd think they'd have that fucking set in stone.
That's right, like that's where all the footy players usually are, but they weren't out there on Saturday
night. They go
to
get away from the footy.
Yeah. I think they were all at that new Kelly Beach fucking club.
Right.
You seen that? In Surfers. It's at the new Clock House Hotel.
Isn't that on the roof?
Yeah, they've built a
it's like a gazebo kind of thing.
All the influencers are going there. They actually tried to hit me up. They slid into the Rip and Collect DMs. They said, can you please come in your budgies? So
are they trying to talk to me?
I think they were meaning Blakey and his OnlyFans.
Well, fucking
send
me the contract.
Maybe Cali Beach break.
Send me the contact, bro, and a contract.
Yeah,
and I'll sign on the dotted lines, and you can see me, little pecker.
Yeah. Where was I? Where were we? Weekend.
Yes, your fights. Couldn't get it up.
Yeah, couldn't get it up. Couldn't get it up.
Classic.
Yeah, So I was just watching a little bit on my phone, and I saw the intercept try, the heartbreaking intercept try. But
if they didn't get that, we would have fucking won. And if the ref wasn't on their side, we would have won.
Yeah. So I've heard a little bit of feedback from the reffing, and I heard that it was just pretty carefree. It was just they let the game roll, but.
Oh, yeah, for the Panthers, but for when the Rabbitohs had shit happening,
there was no 6 against. There was no 6 against.
Not for us. For them, there was.
Apparently, there wasn't.
Oh, there was.
Really?
Yeah, there was multiple 6 against.
For them?
For them? We had a few.
I'm
but
pretty
we got
sure.
6 again on the first tackle.
Unless the stats I'm hearing are wrong, but I heard there was none.
But no, every time it went 6 again, there was a big fucking noise in the stadium, and it would go up on the big screen, 6 again.
So you would... Okay.
Yeah, there was a few.
Jeez, where am I getting my fucking info from?
Like
I said, I didn't even watch the game, bro.
Is this for last year's fucking grand final?
I didn't even watch the game, bro. So, I saw little highlights here and there. I was watching it. I was feeling heartbreak for you. I even had a little dig at you on the way home. Did you see that photo?
Yeah,
Blakey on his train ride home.
I was sitting next to him. We had a little cry together.
Yeah. You put his head on your shoulder.
I gave him the energy. I said, "Bro, it's all right. Next year.
Yeah.
Next year when we have Latrell,
lifted him back up, eh?
Yeah, we did that Latrell-less.
Yeah, I know, mate. You can't knock the season. It's a celebration regardless. And I actually trained the manager of the Q1, who's currently hosting and looking after the Rabbitohs. That's where they've all been staying. For the last month, but they all had their
Do they want me to go up there and give them a motivational speech?
Yeah, Jai Arrow actually asked for you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants.
He said
those under 10s fucking tackling practice.
Yeah, he said he wants that motivation back from the speech that you gave in your under 10s. And your under 10s.
What do you mean? I was the one that used to be in the center of the circle, and I used to chant the boys up. Yeah, that was me.
Saying that's the reason that they lost on the weekend, because they didn't have Blakey standing in the middle there giving him a gladiator speech. So, but no, yeah. So that they're all kicking back there, having an after party and everything, and getting a little bit of the inside scoop. They were relatively, I think, behaved. I think Mad Monday kicked off yesterday, and they were at where were they at? I think they booked somewhere in Burleigh, and then they were at some brewery in Burleigh, and then they're heading down to Kelly yesterday. So whether or not some of them returned or not is the unknown. But he said Jai was in fine form. So shout out to Jai Arrow doing this proud.
Expect nothing less, mate. He's a fucking weapon.
Yeah, boy. All right, moving on from the grand final, bro. What's been happening in the cardboard world? Did you see the slab stocks posted the Zion and the LaMelo comp.
The comparison?
Yeah. Between, I think it was the to 5 of Zion and just the to 10 of LaMelo. And LaMelo's prices, bro. Like, I don't get it. I want to know. I want to speak to like somebody who's clearly a LaMelo expert, not like this wombat across the thing from me, right? Because you thought Zion was hyped, boys and girls. You thought Zion was the chase, or the Zion cards were jacked up.
That's
LaMelo's just what's the official comps?
142 for LaMelo.
Yeah, that's it.
148
to 10.
And then 192 for
Zion. Prism to 5? Or is that just
gold? It'd be to 10 as well.
Okay, so to 10 as well. So LaMelo's prices are right up there. Yeah, what obviously that's your sort of reaction. What is your initial thoughts around that? Would you be backing these players as hard as you can, because they're above Giannis prices almost, aren't they?
No. Well, yeah, but there's I've got a theory, right? I've got a theory, and it might not be popular with everyone.
They never are.
I sense a big dump in the market coming.
Ooh.
Only because, well, this is my opinion.
Like, I like the sound of that.
I don't have like a full professional opinion, but I've got an opinion, right?
Well, you are a professional. So, you're not very professional.
No,
you are a professional.
I'm a professional.
You're entitled to an opinion.
Yeah, well, so the opinion is,
and
right?
theories, conspiracy theorists, listening to too many potties.
I don't listen to potties now. It's all fucking Dragon Ball Z.
There you go. Often
literally, I'm driving and I have it on. I'm driving and have it on. But I don't watch it. I just listen to it. Because you don't need to watch a lot of it.
You can't.
You just gotta listen. Yeah. Goku's dead now.
Spoiler alert.
They just fought Cell.
The final. Has he come back?
I don't know.
I think he's got to be.
They tried to bring him back with the Dragon Balls, and he said he doesn't want to come back.
Okay.
So it could be all gone for Goku, but we all know he comes back. But all right, back to the theory. My theory is, right, with the inflated box prices, which is causing inflated card prices, right? So if you've got LaMelo that has done fuck all, right? He had time off. He's done fucking nothing really compared to your fucking legends. How is his card worth as much as, like, say, a Jordan, a fucking LeBron, or a Giannis? Like, how does that compare?
Well, the defense that I've got for that, and I'm on board with you completely, but I'm playing devil's advocate here, is that LaMelo's to 10, whereas a Jordan BGS 9 or 10 rookie, where there is a little bit of a higher pop than 10, are going for higher than that.
Yep,
so
100%. But hear me out here, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like the price people are paying now are the price of what these cards are going to be in 10 to 15 years.
I agree, yeah.
So I feel like they're overpaying.
There's not much room for them to
exactly.
grow up.
There's definitely not a lot of growth when you're hitting over $100,000 on a rookie card.
Because your demographic gets smaller too.
Well,
to the high
that is honestly the biggest gamble someone can ever take, because you've got a rookie that has done nothing yet is key as well. Could be something fucking amazing, but yet he hasn't done anything. So this card price that he's paid, what, $148,000 US?
Yeah.
Card's probably going to be worth fucking $50,000 in 5 years if he doesn't live up to his hype. We're going to be worth way less than what it is now.
$50,000 being generous, bro. Like, imagine if he gets a career-ending injury or something like that. Like, it's a big risk. But then again, imagine if he goes on 20-year vet and fucking wins maybe 5 titles or something with his brother, and fucking
this is
does something
reason
cool
I'm
and
stepping
different.
back a bit though from the NBA and stuff like that. Is because
It's just because it's off season, baby.
Well, no,
it happens every year with every collector, and then the new sets come in, the new cards come in, the new
I don't
players
even think
come
I'm
in.
going to PC any rookies from this year.
Really?
Like, I don't.
I'm going on Suggs. I love that. Dude.
I might go Giddy, but that's only
Josh Giddy would be cool. Yeah,
but the only I'm not going to go hard on any rookie this year. I learned my lesson with LaMelo's year. Like,
should have learned in the 1920 year, to be honest.
Well,
Reddish
that's how I
Rui
popped off. Like that, but that's the thing again.
It's the learning. It's the learning curves.
I just feel like these prices are too inflated right now for, like, they're not worth what they're getting for them.
Yeah. Well, even you mentioned gambling there, and just quickly off topic a little bit, but back onto the grand final.
Yeah.
Our insider at old SB at old Bet Sports said that there was somebody that put on $250,000 for Brian Tortle anytime,
and he didn't.
He didn't. $250,000.
Yeah, I tell you why.
He was paying like because I think it was a part of a multi, 5 mil. 50 mil. He said 50 mil.
Yeah, do you know, but
250
Tahoe
grand.
is so hard to tackle.
Yeah, bro. He almost went in a couple of times.
He was breaking out of every fucking tackle.
Yeah, he's a beast. And but just because you're the best player on the field doesn't mean you're always going to score either.
Well, exactly. Look at Trebojevic.
You're a fucker. I'm going to shoot it right back at you. You got Dally M, bitch.
I don't give
Dally
a
M's
fuck.
best player in the comp.
Yeah, we made
under
the
15
finals.
games. Yeah, so did we.
No, you didn't.
You also
grand.
knocked us out, but
Yeah, not the grand.
mate, yeah, you take your licks.
Mate,
It's part of it. Anyway, back onto the cards.
Okay, so yeah, I just like with the prices people are paying right now. I feel like the prices they're paying are what these cards are worth in 10 years. Like you can't justify a purchase that large if there's no room to grow.
No, I agree.
And LaMelo's got to come out to be one of the best players in the entire world. Like get Jordan status kind of thing.
Yeah.
For that card to justify.
Well,
the
that's
price.
and I was thinking heavily about this last week. Is that it's hard trying to justify some of these prices at the moment for. Yeah, when you compare them to these great card sales, these great card prices, you just go, it doesn't make much sense. Like, you know, this player, if he didn't have the hype of his old man behind him, if he didn't have Lonzo behind him, if he didn't have the Australian card market behind him, would his card prices be where they're at? I don't know. Is Australian card market having a massive impact on the actual card market itself? Because, we're very favoritism, like we're very... I don't know the right way to say it, but we love our Australian players, right? Ben Simmons' card prices are a lot more than what they should be if he wasn't from Australia.
What about Rui Hachimura with Japan, though?
Yeah, but his prices aren't really that high.
Exactly, but they should be to Japan.
I agree, yeah. So, like, that's what I'm saying, though, but Australia backs their markets a lot more. Over in Japan, it's obviously a lot more TCG. It's a lot more, Pokemon and Dragon Ball and all the new card things that are coming out over there. But Australians obviously love their sport. Obviously, NBA is a big part of the culture, and especially it's growing even more and more. But, yeah, it'd be interesting to see how much the Australian side of things of the card market actually dictates the worldwide too, because I feel like, it is a lot more than what actually is going on, because look at LaMelo prices. And I mean, there's Anthony Edwards there as well, who's up there with him, but it's just there's that little bit on top. And he should be the rookie of the year, and he should be the chaser of that class.
He's
more likely to be like a LeBron player.
He's got better stats.
Yeah.
Why is he not the same as LaMelo?
Yeah.
Because LaMelo had the hype. Because he has his dad, he has his brothers.
And the thing is, like, don't get me wrong, LaMelo's had an amazing season, an amazing rookie season. His flashy assists, they're second to none. He's got some of the best assists in the game, and he's only fucking younger than everybody else. You know what I mean? So he does have a lot going for him too. But it's amazing to see that the hype these days of they're comparing them to these old school cards, where old school cards only go up once they're graded, once they're those like Maltese Wagner bloody baseball cards and old school baseball cards, old school NBA cards. They're only going up in price the older that they get. But people are still splurging on these newer cards where, probably buying an 8, like, I think there's cards so early as like the 40s, for example, but you wouldn't get a good grade. But even just holding on to one of those cards from the 40s, all you need in that is like another 20 odd years, and then you've got 100-year-old PSA bloody 5 of something that nobody else has got. And maybe that's the route people are going to take. But it's just an interesting world out there in the card market. It's all over the shop. Yeah,
there's just a lot of sales that it just blows me away. Like, I just don't understand.
Yeah.
Like I would prefer to. Well, I'm collecting older players now, and like older cards, because of like the print releases on these new products are just through the roof.
Yep.
Like your Prism this year, your Prism last year.
Anything Don Russ, anything.
Don Russ, I don't have any of that in my PC.
Nah.
Like
and there's nothing wrong with that as well. Some people like the cards, and like the lasers and all that sort of stuff. Don't get us wrong.
People do like set collecting, and that's also a massive part of this hobby. And like personally, I'm not a set collector. There's one set I do want to collect, and it's something that I'm going to be going pretty crazy on. But that's only because I fucking love it.
What's that?
Dragon Ball Z. I'm going for the signature series.
That's right. Yeah, for Super.
Super,
right?
Yeah.
So again, if you listen to a couple of podcasts back with our podcast with Dragon Ball Steve, he sort of explains the difference between Dragon Ball Heroes and Dragon Ball Super. But a lot of the stuff that we've been posting is a lot more heroes based, but Blakey's going to take the alternative route as he does. Likes to be different, likes to diverse his range.
Super's pretty mainstream. But I don't know, like I just feel like the box prices of Dragon Ball Z compared to NBA, compared to Pokemon, are a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
And you've got cards in there.
So is your baseball and your NFL and your rugby
exactly.
and everything. Like,
exactly. So
everything's cheaper than basketball, bro.
Collecting what you like.
Yeah.
And that's why I fucking love basketball, but I can't bring myself to justify some of the purchases.
I reckon that it's just going to come straight back when the season starts, and you're going to start watching a few more games. You go,
it could.
All right, you got.
Yeah, but then that takes me back to me collecting the players that I want to collect.
Yeah,
like Giannis and Luka at the moment are the players that I'm banking on.
I prefer to take the more not even safer route, but I prefer to take the more. I like to collect players that have already been in the league for maybe 5-6 years, that have done some really cool things, made some really big 100%. Plays. It's too risky almost getting the brand new players. It's always nice to have their new cards to be able to show them off and show them to your mates and stuff. You're one of the first ones to get it and whatnot. But as a person that loves watching their sports, I like certain players, and it takes me a couple of not just one or two highlight plays to stand out to me. You know, it takes consecutive of them. And you know, an example is when I bought those Lance Stevenson cards recently. Like, you know, you're not the biggest fan. You never really watched him play, but growing up, that's who I watched play, and he was always one of my favorite players. And his cards aren't that common. He's a huge name to people that know of him or you know watched basketball during that time. And everyone's like, oh yeah, that's fucking Lance Stevenson. But other than that, like, people won't really like the card prices to chase a nice Prism set. They're like fucking $8 a card. Yeah. And for me personally, that set would mean a lot more than a LaMelo card or whatever, because I enjoyed this guy growing up. I don't like, you know, just yet I haven't really enjoyed LaMelo's. I'm sort of contradicting myself because I do enjoy the way that he plays, but like I said, a few more years under the belt. But then in that case, if he continues to be the player that he is, then the card prices are just out of my price range.
Yep.
And the enjoyment for collecting isn't as much because I'm having to budget a little bit more or have to manage my money a little bit more or whatnot. But yeah, when you can find some players that, like even Alex Caruso, like I'm sure his cards wouldn't be stupid prices like, you know, certain other players.
He's quite rare to get, eh?
He's not common.
He's
not common, and that's like the whole thing with Lance Stevenson as well. There are a few players that are rare and that maybe take 10 years to come into their prime, but once they hit their prime, they're fucking on the ball rolling. And then you go back and have a look at some of their old cards, and people have slept on them, or people didn't really. Their prices haven't dictated, you know, their journey so far, and maybe they didn't win. I don't think Stevenson really won a ring. Might have been in the league for over 10 years, but never won a ring. But to me, it's not always about winning the rings, and obviously it puts a feather in the cap to the players and to the team, but not necessarily to my collection. I just prefer it that way, and it makes collecting a little bit more fun. And you don't always have to chase the big players. You can always chase a little bit cheaper. You can always open some funner product and stuff like that too. So even though basketball is jacked, there's the chance to hit a big card. It's like the lottery. You know, you got to be in it to win it. It's like winning the jackpot or whatever. You know, it can happen.
So if you want to take different views,
if you want to just do your 50 cent, if you want to take your 50 cent slaps or your 25 cent bets, then I'm that type of guy.
Yeah. So like we just look at it a lot differently.
Yeah, which is good.
Yeah, it is.
You got to have that.
You come in with a set kind of idea. I like money.
Yeah.
So everyone does. Yeah, but like I like the money side of it, and it's fucking exhilarating.
Yeah.
To be able to get a nice card and to offload it for a nice profit, and you look at it and you go, oh fuck, there's some potential here.
Yeah, exactly right, 100%.
But let's move to the footy. I want to chat about my experience at the grand final.
All right, fill us in, bruh. You want to tell us about your vape story, or you get to that? You want to start with it?
Yeah, no, I'll run through like a little.
I got a little slight insight, but he didn't want to run away with it too much like yesterday when I bumped into him.
Yeah, so
wanted to save it for the potty.
Well, we drove up. My partner, Emma, myself, Liam.
Oh, Emma to go.
Yeah, Emma ended up coming.
Oh, let's go! Shout out to Emma.
Liam went. Liam had his partner with him as well, so it was the brothers and their partners. We went up together. We found a pretty fucking good park. So we snagged it.
Yeah.
Ended up getting a parking fine, apparently. For fuck all reason. It's so where we parked, it has a sign above us saying and pointing back to where we are, and it's like Monday to Friday, 7 to 7.
Okay, it's a Sunday.
You gotta pay for parking 7 to 7 Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
We parked there on a fucking Sunday.
Yeah.
And for 2.5 hours we get a parking fine. So we took photos of everything. We're gonna contest it. But
otherwise he's all going fourths in it, quarters.
Nah, fuck it.
No,
I'm gonna pay
can
for
wear
it. It's Emma's car.
Oh, Emma's gonna wear it.
It will be me anyways. But we went into the pub before the game, had a beer. I was already pretty fucking smashed by the time we got up there.
What one? Oh,
I had probably 4.5 beers on the way there.
Did you have to stop off and take a leak every petrol station?
No, it was actually fucking quite surprising.
That's
but I started pumping them like as I was entering Brizzy because I was the driver, so I didn't want to get slammed before I got there. So
mate, you're chopping all your Hope there's no coppers listening to this.
I was within like.
You're not gonna have a license next week, bro.
I wasn't drunk until maybe 3 to 5 minutes after pulling up. So I would have blown under anyways. But I was fucking pretty slandered. We go to the game, ended up getting a couple of trays of drinks, went to our seats. We sat in seats that we weren't meant to because we wanted better view. Bro, their fucking logic about COVID and their separation in the game.
Don't even get me started on COVID
is absolutely fucking so stupid. They're trying to move us from our section, right? Where no one's near us. Like there's fucking five rows in front, 5 rows behind us. No one's there. Fucking guys come up to us and they're like, "Oh, you're gonna have to move into this section here because to comply with COVID." I'm like, there's fucking 300 people there. You want us to go move shoulder to shoulder with 300 people while we're here away from everyone?
You're in your own area anyway.
I was like, you can't fucking idiots, eh? Like, he's got no logic behind your fucking words.
Nah.
But all right, so kicks off. It was a sick fucking opening. The Jonathan Thirst. Did you see Thurston on the news?
No.
Bro, that cunt was. I'm pretty sure he was cooked, eh?
Yeah.
See, he's
oh, JT, a couple of nose beers deep.
Yeah, I thought it looked like it, eh? Like it definitely looked like it.
I'll have to go back and have a look.
But the atmosphere on the kickoff was unreal. Like it was fireworks as soon as the kickoff, and everyone's going crazy. But I was smashed again. Went to grab another drink.
I could just imagine Blakey hasn't been to a footy game in ages, and the one game he goes to is a fucking grand final, and everyone's all riled up and fucking.
I'm walking up there.
What the fuck
there was
this?
so much energy there. I'm walking up there and I'm like to Liam, I go, I reckon there's going to be a fight.
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, no, there definitely will be. And I was like, bro, there's like
mate,
Panthers.
The Jonos are on show. There's a scrap going down.
Well, Liam's a scrapper.
When all your crews are together, fucking few beers
happens,
deep.
Yeah. Well, something always goes down. It's always Liam too.
Yeah, Liam will be Liam just doesn't back down. He doesn't take any shit.
It's because of me, bro. I taught him well.
You taught him how to get into fights everywhere he goes.
In the corner, and fucking belt him.
Would you
into his gut?
Would you ever corner him?
Yeah.
For a fight?
Nah.
You just corner him.
I cornered my mum.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I cornered my mum when she had a fight.
Fuck.
That was the worst thing in the world. Watching your mum
would
get
have been
punched.
so hard, bro.
And like the chick that was fighting her was like, "Mum, you could have fucking smashed this chick. What are you doing?" Like, but she was so scared because this chick was like fucking. She was 2 foot taller, like way heavier, because it was the kickboxing fights.
Yeah.
The want to be a kickboxer. Yeah. And it was she just got matched up with someone similar to her, but she was a copper, had fucking years of training under her belt. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't good. Mum didn't win that one. Let's put it that way. And it was fucking.
Oh, that would have been hard
bloody
to watch.
nose and shit. And I'm the one in the corner, like giving her water and shit. I'm like, Mum, keep your fucking hands up.
What's Dad doing?
Dad's in the crowd loving it. He's like, yes. Keep your hands up, Colin.
Oh, fucking.
Oh, it was hilarious.
Cornering better, Jono.
Yeah, no, it was good fun. But so I was smashed. Went to grab some drinks, right?
Yeah.
The ATM pay pass went down.
Fuck.
So anyone that was in the bar area to grab drinks
at that stage.
So once the ATM machines went down, no one could pay because they weren't accepting cash.
Yeah.
So they were like, we don't know what to do, and everyone was so angry. They're like, we're missing the game. It's the last half. Like, hurry the fuck up. We want to get back in there.
Yeah.
there's me. I pull up KO on my phone and holding it. There's a couple guys behind it watching it. We're watching the game.
Yeah,
and
Blakey's
then,
for the boys. Blakey does the hard mahi.
And then the chick behind the service, I was like, look, I've got cash. Can I just pay her and go? You keep the change. I don't care if there's change or whatnot. And she's like, no, we can't accept cash because of the COVID rules. And I was like, well, fuck, I'll just skull it and leave this here. I'm going in there.
Yeah.
And she goes, actually, fuck it. You know what? Everyone, whoever's in here, free drinks, go. Like, you've got to get out now because we're shutting it up.
Oh.
And I'm like, turn around. I'm like, can I grab another fucking gin and tonic?
Yeah.
He's like, no, mate, you got to bail.
So
but I had a few. Like,
yeah.
I just started sculling them. But then I went to the bathroom to have a quick vape.
Yeah.
This is just fucked, bro. And I'm like wobbling over to the bathroom. I'm like cross-eyed and shit. And every South supporter, I'm like, up the bunny.
Yeah, so, just sculled through. You know Blakey and his leaky gut.
In the bathroom, bro, singing glory, glory. Bro, it was fucked. And we were losing, cunt. I was like, this is not good.
Fuck.
And
I wish I was there now.
I pulled out my vape to have a quick vape in the bathroom. And I don't know what happened. I dropped
Missed your mouth.
Missed my mouth, but it dropped straight into the toilet. And then... This is how drunk I was. I had a fucking split decision where I was like...
A good 5-minute hard think just looking at it. Should I do it?
I was watching the bubbles getting sucked into the vape and I'm like, look, if I pick this up right now, I could drain this for the next 5 to 10 minutes. There won't be any water in it and I'll be able to vape again. And then
old toilet water.
And then the logic comes
Did you have a
over
piss
me.
before?
I was pissing as it dropped in and I was like, should I fucking... should I do it? And I didn't do it. Because I just thought, I was like, fuck, if I start vaping this and
start
there's
chucking
toilet water...
Start pushing some water, some toilet paper in it.
But I was like, fuck, if I actually vape this, I'm going to be vaping toilet water.
Yeah, and piss.
And my piss. And I'm fucking like 15 beers deep. It's not going to be good.
It's just more piss.
Yeah, so that vape... had its last fucking...
Rest in peace.
Yeah, it was gone.
Waving the white flag as it was going down. It just probably looked like slow motion too. Yeah, bloop.
Yeah, it did. And no, but the bubbles were sucking in through the top, and I'm like, my heart was breaking, because I was really fiending one,
Yeah.
I've run straight back. I'm like, Emma, give me a vape. I need to have a vape. She's like, where's yours? I'm like, I just dropped it in the toilet. Oh, it was fucking horrendous.
That is hilarious.
And then the final fucking bell sounds.
Yep.
I stand up. I fucking walk out. I keep mumbling to myself. I'm like, fucking shit, fucking game. Like, fucking fuck the Panthers. Fuck those dogs.
Just the typical salty
I was so
supporter.
angry. The streets were so quiet. There was fucking Panthers and all of their 10 supporters.
All cheering.
Fucking clearing his dumbass
See
dad.
Johnny Fraser?
No, I didn't.
Because if you did, you would have pumped him too.
I would have been, Fraser, you're not welcome to the shop anymore.
Always welcome, Fraser.
Any Panther supporters, don't come in when I'm here.
Yeah, he's still recovering.
I'm here Monday to Sunday. No, no, it was a bit disappointing, but it was a good game. But yeah,
that's what you got to. I think it's always so hard copping a loss, but as long as it's close, as long as your team puts everything on the line, and they did, we
nearly had it again.
Yeah, it was desperate footy.
But if Walker had that, if we got that kick at the end,
that didn't help too.
We would have drawn it up.
Was it missed a conversion? Hey,
missed conversion.
Yeah,
because he had the sideline try, but then they nearly got another try, and then Walker threw it out.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, saw that.
I was like, fuck, man.
But
We've had that many
at the same
opportunities
time,
to take it as well.
He was one of the best on fielder. Other than it's in those key moments, but he still had a ripper of a game, and
it was a fucking awesome game.
Yeah,
it was back and forth the whole way, but the pretty much the decider on it was Nathan Cleary's fucking kicking.
His kicking game were you impressed?
Bro, I'm telling you.
Can't stand Cleary, bro.
The difference between
I had so much enjoyment.
South.
I had so much enjoyment watching that Cody Walker try because he fucking put Cleary straight on his bum.
Yeah, but bro, Cleary can kick, and he was actually like that's the reason I feel like Panthers won because he was putting the ball up, and all the defenders already down. While as soon as we get the fucking ball, the defenders already on him.
Yeah,
but when we're putting the ball up. Fucking Panthers are catching it. They got enough time to fucking sit down and have a coffee together. And then start running the ball before the Rabbits even get there.
Usually you're going to win a game 9 times out of 10 if you can dominate the possession of the game.
They'll just keeping it down in our end the whole time.
I don't know if this stat's true because I didn't watch the game, but I think they only ever had one set inside the Penrith 20. Which
we didn't have
probably
many.
Felt like we
didn't have many, and I'm pretty sure we scored off that.
Exactly right. So the one time you did, you actually scored off it. So yeah, disappointing, but like I said, as long as it's a close game, as long as it's a good game, you might have dropped your vape in the toilet, but you got some free beers and you still got to go, mate. And it's a milestone game too because it's the only grand final ever to be played in Suncorp in Brisbane, I think,
Yep.
and it's obviously just due to the COVID thing this year. But it's a record of a game and historic game, and it will go down forever in history. And you were there, singing glory to glory by yourself in the bathroom
while we were losing,
dropping vapes,
singing songs. I was embarrassing myself.
Yeah, you always do, mate.
Every time
Don't
I
we
get
all?
fucking pissed off, man. I tell you what, I got to stay off the beers.
I tell you, yeah, bro. After Sunday, I'm like, fuck me, bro. Poor Charlotte, because it was her birthday. She was getting birthday shots and tequila shots. She was munted.
Yeah.
She was munted. But yesterday, bro, I've never seen someone vomit so much.
Oh, she really
projectile vomit, like
Ooh.
like 5-10 minutes. I'm like, oh my god, I've never seen you like this before.
Probably a bit of alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but it's because she's mixing all her drinks too. But she was so munted, and she sent me a message today, and she always does after a big night. I want to have a good couple of weeks off drinking. I only want to just have 1 or 2 on date night and stuff. Babe, I've only been saying this for fucking 2.5 years.
Fuck yeah, my date nights with them are not 2 beers, eh?
Nah,
No.
2 bottles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Nah,
gets weird.
I usually get at least
it gets fucking weird.
all right. Yeah, mine's usually just a bottle of red.
Yeah. Just one.
Just one. Yeah, she probably only has 1.5 and
Glasses.
Yeah. I'll
I'm
have
a
2 or
bad
3.
drinker, eh? Every time I can't sip, I have to scull.
Yeah, with red, I feel like I think I told you, if I have like maybe 2 glasses, I can't sleep. But if I have like 4, I pass out real easy. But then I'm waking up all the time throughout the night. So I don't know.
Really?
I've got to find the right amount, because like two wines, I cannot sleep.
Why?
No idea.
Just got
But it makes me
you're on
feel
edge.
mellow and happy and
Yeah.
all that stuff. I just can't knock out to sleep. So
Shit. Yeah, I love me Reds.
yeah. What's your go-to?
19 Crimes.
Still.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not Pinot, is it?
No,
It's not.
I think
it's just a red. But that's the
Yeah.
difference. I don't hardly even
There's
know
a
the
couple of
difference.
these
I don't
Sa-
fucking know the
Sav
difference.
Blancs.
We should go on. We should do a fucking wine tour, bro.
There's a nice one in Arkanungra.
We should fucking do it.
There's a nice winery.
We should do a Rip and Collect winery fucking tour, and we'll get some content and just do wine tests and get pissed as.
Or just get smashed.
Just dribble.
Fuck, that sounds pretty good,
Oh,
eh?
that sounds like a business trip, eh?
Oh, yeah, it's a
keen on
fucking
that.
tax write-off.
What do you guys reckon? You guys have to let us know.
Who wants to come?
Yeah, we'll get a little shuttle bus going.
I've got another little talking.
All right, Mr. Agenda, let's go. Let's
have we
go.
got?
Look at Blakey in
What have we
control.
got now?
Love it. Gotta love
I want actually yes, no these. Oh shit, sorry.
it. Ouch.
I want to talk about the fights. Did you watch them?
I sure did, son. I watched from Jake Mulaki. What
So-
a fucking beast. You told me about
Did I
him
fucking
too.
tell
yeah.
you?
Yeah. Look, there was a significant striking advantage to old mate
In the first.
in the first. He was
Yep.
a lot quicker. Who was he facing again? It was a decent opponent. Like, the guy looked pretty good. And there was a significant striking advantage, but the real big difference was that clinch game. And then, man, fucking Mulaki in the clinch, just landing those knees and those elbows, and wouldn't let him go every time that he, just putting that pressure on. And it was a great performance. And he definitely, I think he's now 3-0 or something in the UFC, and he's put his name down in the Australian. I think a lot of people are well aware of him now. Like I said, coming into the fight, I wasn't really aware of who he was, but super impressed by him, and it looks like he's only going to get better. And he just looks like an old farm boy.
Man,
Who did he face? Jake Mulaki.
No, it's Jamie Mulaki.
Jamie Mulaki, sorry.
Devontae Smith.
Yes, Devontae Smith. I've seen him fight before, bro, and he's
Yeah.
fucking good. Like, I'm pretty sure. Can you get up Devontae's record? Last couple of fights? Come on, stats, man. Come prepared.
Shit, I'm not that quick. Oh, the one I'm on now just gives me the results. I'll try and go straight to Devontae.
You ever heard of Wikipedia?
Here we go. I'm on something. 11 wins, 3 losses.
11 wins, 3 losses, and I think I remember him.
10 KOs.
Yeah. Fucking
1
hell.
submission. 0% decision.
Who's he got? That's what I want to know. Who's on his resume?
He's got.
I would, but
I'll
I
try
got
and
cameras
find,
up.
He's got Karma Worthy. He's pretty
Okay,
good.
maybe that's the fight that I saw. Yeah, because that was a good fight. I remember that
All
one.
the others are
Relatively
pretty
unknown.
no-names, yeah.
So maybe it was karma worthy, but it was a great performance from Jamie Mulaki. And big shout out to Casey O'Neill too. Fucking
She's a beast, bro. She is a
Was
beast.
she finished in the second, hey? The end of the second.
yeah.
So that was against a top, like, a really there's a great way to put herself on the map.
Yeah.
Because it's against the champ's sister. And
yeah.
I mean, Antonia's nowhere near as good, but she can piggyback off that last name as much as she wants. And
Shevchenko,
yeah. Like, look at the way he says Shevchenko.
Shevchenko, baby.
Shevchenko. You put a Shev in there, Shenko.
Yeah, so Jamie, absolute fucking weapon, bro. I told you. Like the first round, I was a bit scared.
Yeah.
When he
Devontae was, and then I think he landed a couple of leg kicks, and the leg kicks were,
it was starting to slow him down. Yeah. But it's awesome for the Aussie fighters.
Oh, great!
The more the Aussie fighters that are winning in the UFC, the better.
I'm telling you, we're making our mark in the UFC and a worldwide, market.
Then we went to Casey O'Neill.
Yep. So
she won.
Yep. She ground and pound.
Yeah.
Yeah, ground and pound TKO. So she was just dominant the whole, like pretty much all of the second round. It was quite close. Standing up on the feet, there's some work to do. There's definitely some work to do, and we can talk as much as we want about that. But if she can nullify it with some takedowns, and she did a great job at doing that. She just put the ground and pound, and it was just too much for Shevchenko to do.
She done the mahi.
That's right, bro. Who was next?
I just went out of it. Why did I do that?
We need to have a full-time Ziggy.
We need a Jamie. Pull that up.
Ziggy, just get that one up for me. I bet he'd do it. Nah, you're a good fella. He's a legend.
He's a hero.
Yeah,
he's listening.
Yeah. What are carrots for ears? You know, you eat carrots, your eyes get better.
Yeah.
How does it?
No, it doesn't work. Dude, it doesn't work. I've tried.
Yeah, you just haven't eaten enough, bro.
So we had Jared,
we need a carrot sponsor shout out.
Jared Gordon fighting Joe Seletsky.
Yeah, that was a little bit underwhelming. I thought it was a grappling match.
Not the greatest fight I thought it would be.
But who did he call out? Paddy. So who was the fighters again?
Jared would have called out.
Jared called. Yeah, Jared. Well, Paddy called out Jared, I think. So
really?
but they're both verbally agreed to it. Yeah, look, I don't really know. There's not much hype behind that after that fight, but
yeah, it wasn't.
It's only really you're backing off Paddy's sort of hype. But once again, I'm not the biggest fan of Paddy just yet. I've still got to do a lot more in my books.
Yep. Yeah, he's still got a few fights.
Definitely.
Alexander Hernandez fighting Mike Brennan.
Ooh, Hernandez,
absolute weapon, eh?
The way you sat him down with that knockout, bro, just whack that massive right, and he just literally just bonk, sat down on his ass, bro. He's got some power.
Fucking annihilated.
I don't like his attitude. I don't like the way that he carries himself, but fuck, the boy can fight, man. And he's it's like a truck or something. Whoa.
Wowza.
Oh, it's the rubbish truck.
Oh, thank fuck we're not out there.
So that was that, and then
takes us off to Christoph.
Oh, but even like we can't really just go off Alex like that. Like, what was your what did you think?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was 1.5 minutes.
I didn't have any.
It was just a flurry. Yeah, it was just a flurry, and man, he fucking just pumped him. Like once he had him rocked. That was a fight
I wasn't too sure on.
Yeah, well, Alex Hernandez is sort of everyone knows him off the Cowboy loss because he had big mouth then, and Cowboy's a big name, and there was a lot of hype behind that.
Yeah.
Got pumped by Cowboy, but still showed promises. Like he's definitely got power.
Oh, bro,
he's got potential to be a real threat. Is he lightweight?
He is.
I think he's no. He would be lightweight because that's what he fought Cerrone. So he's got power. He's got sort of like that. I don't know. There's something about Alex Hernandez. I definitely wouldn't be surprised if he starts to make a run for it soon. Sort of make it towards that top 5.
I reckon the next fight will kind of solidify whether he will have that contender
where he's at
view on it or not.
Just quickly off that as well. It was on the prelims. Did you see the Silva knockout?
No. Silva knockout.
Yeah, there was I don't know their names. There was a Brazilian guy.
Oh, Douglas Silva.
Douglas Silva, is that it?
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Yeah. No, I didn't see it.
I saw the highlight, bro. It was insane. It was like, he literally went flying. The guy went flying.
Fuck.
Yeah, I think it was just a punch, but at the same time he tried to kick or something, and just it was like the Alex Hernandez knockout, but the guy didn't have the cage behind him. It was right in the middle of the ring.
Just fucking flew back.
Yeah, and then he did 3 backflips to celebrate.
Bit of Dragon Ball Z shit,
bro. He's Super Saiyan shit.
Been training under Carmen.
That's it. So who was after?
Christoph
Jotko versus
Misha Krikov.
Yeah, Mishka Surkov. So Mishka was dropping down from light heavyweight.
Yeah,
he's like 50 fights or something, bro.
Yeah, I honestly thought he'd come in with a bit more power.
Yeah, he didn't look like it. But
in saying that, Chris
Jotko, he's got some great, like, he's got a great chin. He's definitely a top 10 fighter as well in that division.
So they gave it to the other guy via split.
Jotko, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know whether I agreed with it, eh? I didn't really. There was a fight.
Well, there wasn't much happening.
No, there was a fight.
There was a lot more grappling.
So it was the Nick. No, it wasn't. Oh, there was a fight. I remember sending it to Corey when it was happening, and they declared it a unanimous decision.
Yeah.
When it was definitely fucking not a unanimous.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Might have been the one that we were talking about before with Paddy's mate.
Was it Nick Price fighting?
Nico Price, yeah.
Oliveira?
Yeah, that was a pretty good war.
Bro,
that was a fucking good war.
So I honestly,
I love watching that Oliveira fight,
bro. They had that as unanimous.
Yeah, no, that wasn't unanimous.
Bro, Oliveira
put it on him for a round and a half.
And in the last round, it looked...
It was only because he was slapping on all those
he got that takedown, though.
How good is Nico Price's, like, hybrid fucking fighting style?
Man.
Like, it is crazy. He's just... You can never just relax, like... And he switches up the speeds in his striking, too. Looks like he's real slow and real lanky. And then all of a sudden, just whips shit out. Yeah. And then just his ground game is insane. Like, I'll always bring this up. Like, there's this one knockout and he hooks old mate's head behind his foot and just starts hammer fisting his face and just gets him. I think it's 2 hammer fists in from the bottom. He's in side control, but from the bottom, and he hooks old mate's head and hammer fists it at the same time. Pulls it in with his foot, and obviously the combination of that force of his foot ripping in with his hammer fist at the same time knocked him out in 2 shots and from the bottom, bro. Like you never see people.
Nico Price is something pretty good.
Yeah. Oh mate, I just love his
special.
I just love how unorthodox he is and just pulls off crazy shit.
Well, the type of person he is as well is just fucking legend. Like remember the fight with Cowboy? After the fight, they're both like crying out the back because of their kids.
Yeah.
Like that shit. I love that shit.
Yeah, you got to
showing who you really are.
That's it, bro.
Takes us to Kevin Holland.
Yeah, the old face plant.
The face plant, but
that was a scary knockout. Like when it happens, oh fuck!
Like his whole back,
it just gave out. Yeah, and it wasn't a hard headbutt either. It was just unlucky. Must have got him on the right on the sweet spot.
Yeah,
it was just the combination of who is he facing again?
Kyle Daukaus.
Yeah, so it was the combination of Daukaus coming in for like a bit of a shot. Like he was coming in for a takedown, but he's also throwing at the same time. And Kevin Holland was sort of just like a bit of head movement, and they just came together and collided heads. And Kevin Holland just dropped straight down onto his knees and little scorpion, little worm sort of thing.
Yeah, that was scary.
And then the ref come in to go stop it, and then he's fighting off from the bottom, and he's sort of like with it, like he's almost there, and they're sort of scrambling in and out of submissions and everything for about a good minute before Daukaus landed a rear naked and stood him up and
but see, that's highly controversial because Holland was fucking completely compromised. He had no wits about him. He's trying to defend from the bottom, like he's at a complete disadvantage.
It's almost as if you get kicked in the balls and like just straight up kicked in the balls, and you drop down and the ref doesn't call it, and then old mate just gets on the back and starts hitting him or whatever.
Well, imagine this exact same thing happened with Piotr Jan and old mate. Like he's copped the knee on the ground, illegal move. Yeah, headbutt's an illegal move.
Yeah, even though it wasn't intentional.
Yeah, so but it was
still happens.
It's the move that created the compromise. So he headbutted him, which compromised.
Well, it's
Kevin
an accident,
Holland.
and it's also accidental.
Exactly. So right there and then should have been stopped. Well, this is what the rules are. It should have been stopped, and he would have been given 5 minutes to recover, and then the fight continue.
Yep.
Or he would have had the option whether to not continue and it be declared no contest straight away.
Yeah, if he can't come to.
If he can't come to.
Yeah.
But they let it roll. He copped some fucking damage.
Yeah.
He copped a rear naked.
Yeah.
Lucky it's not a loss on his record because he's got
But
potential.
in saying that, Dan Mergliotta was he was explaining himself afterwards, and it's got to be a tough job being a ref in that situation.
In that situation?
Yeah, because he goes, I went to go in and stop it, but then I saw Kevin Holland fighting off from the back, and he was come to it. So like I didn't want to come in and stop it, and then Kevin Holland gets up and protests or anything like that.
Yeah, but that's the type of guy Holland is.
Yeah.
He's going to try and fight till fucking he's getting tapped.
Speaking of that, because you guys have probably seen the finish, but even during the fight, how funny was Kevin Holland when he was talking to DC, and he was
he's long.
Yeah, he's like, damn, he's long, because DC made a comment saying how long Daukus was, and he got him up in a clinch, and he goes, yeah, fuck, he's long.
Yeah.
And then I think. It was
like we're not even on the same
time.
side. He's not fighting in front of us.
Yeah, and DC's like, you should be worrying about what's in front of you, bud. But in the minute and a half that we've seen from him, he had great takedown defense. He almost got taken down. I don't really count it as a takedown if you're down for 2 seconds and then they get back up because they're on 1 foot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's about what you can do with the takedown.
Exactly. So if you can't really lock that in and pin them down on their back and they're down. That's, to me, that's not really a takedown. So he's definitely worked on his wrestling defense, which was a huge hole in his game. So it's just good to see. And by the looks of it, they're going to run it back as well.
Yeah,
so
I'm pretty sure they verbally agreed straight after.
That'll be pretty soon. The UFC won't want to waste too much time on that. So shout out to Daukus, though. It wasn't really a name.
He's submission artist.
Yeah, he's...
you watch him trying to get those chokes on was fucking...
Yeah,
he's flowing very well.
Fight, for sure. And then the big main event, which was underwhelming in my opinion.
Really?
I was expecting a lot, like a fucking light heavyweight war between these two.
I didn't think it would go 5 rounds.
Nah.
That's for sure.
And like Johnny Walker, in my opinion, looked amazing. Like he looked really good, and he had John Kavanagh in his corner.
Yeah, he's training out of Ireland now.
Yeah, so I think he's moving all his stuff to Ireland. So,
but that's another decision I don't agree with. Unanimous decision.
Yeah, nah.
Like, come on, man. Fucking Walker at least had 2 to 3 out of those.
Yeah, rounds. And there wasn't much happening in the first 2.
Nah,
and if anything, Walker did control those first 2 because he
had center control.
Yeah,
the entire time.
There was a lot of feints.
Santos was on his back foot. And then there was 2 rounds where Santos was on his front foot.
And that's the second Santos fight where it's been very lackluster too. So I think that he's got to reassess his game. And there's going to be certain fighters that when they do get a major injury, like he had his knee for a couple of years,
both knees.
Yeah. So there is going to be a lot of tentative, and there's going to be a lot of ring rust. But he's got to get that out if he wants to make another run for that title.
Johnny Walker, man, he's got
potential 100%. I've always said that too.
Couple fights, he could really, really make a really good fucking
All it takes
run.
is one shot, bro. All it takes is one shot against a half decent opponent, and all of a sudden
he's got that. You can tell straight away that he started reserving his energy throughout the whole way.
Yeah.
Instead of like you watching these old fights, he explodes like a maniac in the first 2, and he's puffed.
Yeah, and that's when he put his shoulder out when he's doing stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
So then in saying that as well, I agree with him moving camp.
Yeah.
I think Michelle Pereira was in his corner too, and they were both walking out doing the same dance. Did you see the dance that they were doing?
Yeah.
So they've very similar fighting styles, but Michelle Pereira was like the same size as him. I'm going, what the fuck? Like, watch out for Pereira, bro. Like,
he's a beast,
man. Yeah, man. Welterweight though. He's welterweight.
Yeah,
and he was the same size as light heavyweight Johnny Walker, who's a fucking beast.
Yeah, but his weight cut would be hectic.
Exactly. Like he
they
looks
need to
so
do
much
something
bigger.
about the weight cuts. I reckon they need to have same day weigh-ins.
I agree. That's the only way you're going to get it done. Because did you see Aspen Ladd?
In Thailand,
did you see Aspen Ladd?
Yeah, she's a big girl.
No, but even so, this is like her 3rd weight cut where she's fucked. Even the last one.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, she can't make it.
The last one was horrible. Did you see the last one? She literally was like passing out as she was standing up.
Yes.
So she's standing out there pale as, like pretty much falling asleep there. And then they like had to get her off, and then she like started to shake and fall down, and she literally sat down in the weigh-ins like fucking like almost on her deathbed. And then this time around, same thing. She just comes up pale as a ghost. Fucking, it's just like, oh my god, why? No one wants to see that. You're not that good of a fighter. Holy fuck.
No, well, it's not worth it.
No,
like,
not at all.
A lot of people have died from weight
cuts. Yeah, that's where all the damage comes from.
There was a guy over in Thailand
and long-term health
that died.
Yeah, long-term health too.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
It's not good for you.
No, like
you can't be starving yourself like that.
They've got honestly, a same day weigh-in could definitely void that.
It's going to make the fights more exciting.
Well, people will be fighting in their own weight divisions.
Yeah.
You'll have your fucking 90 kilo fighters that will fight at 90 kilos, not at fucking 73.
Yeah.
So they won't be.
Would they have to add in any divisions, or would they just change them, or what would they do? See, that's the thing.
They should add in between the divisions.
Yeah, I agree. Because the gap between welterweight and middleweight is disgusting.
Huge, bro. What's that in kilos?
Yeah,
though?
I think it's only about 7 or 8 kilos, but the actual size and mass of the actual fight.
Yeah, but see, that should be halved.
Yeah, exactly.
Should be halved.
Because in those lighter weight classes, it's every like 3 or 4 kilos, and 3 or 4 kilos is a big difference when people are in shape and fighting shape and not. So, no, I agree. I call for, there's a few things that I would change about the MMA too. I would definitely change to fighters knowing where they're at with their fight. So you should be the fighters should know what the judge's scorecard is before the fight's over. It shouldn't be a big and R and big suspense going who won this and then going what the fuck, like every other sport in the world. Name another sport where they don't know the score midway through the game or whatever.
Yeah, because that could change
their
fighters.
Well, exactly right. So if you're down if you're down 2 rounds and you're down to that last round, you look up at the scoreboard, you're down. The only way that you can win is by a knockout or a knockdown. You've got to put everything into it, and that fighter's going to do everything that they can.
Because some fighters go into that third thinking
that
I've
it's
done enough.
under the belt, or they won't take risks. Where if you look it up, you go, oh fuck, it's one each. We both got one. It is what it is. It's a clear cut score. Regardless, it's not going to change what the judges are putting down anyway. It's just going to give the fighters an incentive to fight better, to fight more, to fight harder, and potentially finish the fight as opposed to ride it out and look for a takedown and just hold them down. So that would be my biggest
input. It could be good for sports bet as well with the live odds.
Yeah.
Like
it just doesn't make sense. Like why? Why would you? It's only the only other sport's boxing, which they've just copied boxing, which that's a completely different scoring system in itself anyway. So. It really doesn't make sense to me. Even with boxing, they should be showing it with boxing because then there wouldn't be as much controversy when it comes to the end decisions.
Yeah.
There'll still be controversy on the judges, but then the judges can get called out then and there.
Yeah.
Like the referees do for the NRL. Who the bad referees are because they're making stupid calls at stupid decisions and stuff, or at stupid times. Same thing with the UFC,
final.
But same thing with the UFC, like, you can call out going, this fucking judge keeps doing this every time. But at the moment, you don't even see the judges' scorecards. All you hear is Bruce Buffer read them out. No one even listens. It's just Judge 1, Judge 2, Judge 3.
Yeah.
But have their names on there. Make them more accountable. Make the fighters more accountable. And then there's no kick-ups at the end of the fight going, I thought I did enough to win it. It's like...
No, I agree
imagine
with
not seeing the NFL score or the basketball. Imagine not keeping track of the basketball score until the very end, and then going, "Oh, by the way, Lakers won 140-80." Like,
what? The 76ers come back hard in the fourth quarter, so that gives them the right to win.
Yeah, like
it's like
it fucking doesn't make sense. So exactly. If a fighter comes back in the last fucking round or
in
whatever,
the championship rounds, if they lose first three rounds and then come back in the championship, they'll most likely get it because they're in the championship rounds.
I agree. Yeah.
So it shouldn't be. Yeah, it shouldn't come down to that last.
And I just want to know the reasoning for not displaying the scores. And it's like, if the excuse is, it's like boxing do it. It's like, well, we're not fucking boxing. MMA's not boxing, bruh.
I've got a fucking thing to
say.
Same
with Muay Thai. Like they should do it with Muay Thai.
So I used to train with this guy called Tim Simpson. Right, I used to train with him at Urban. He used to live in Australia. He's a UFC manager for fighters, right? You know who he manages?
Who? Izzy?
Connor? Fucking, let me go on his Instagram, bro. Do
you know him?
I know him, dude. I used to train with
him.
He lives over in America.
Get him on online IGTV.
I want to send him
a message.
A message,
Definitely. I didn't even know that.
Bro, I didn't know that until I started looking at
we can get autos and shit.
Bro, he's got...
we should get some signed shit.
What's he got? Where?
Send over some UFC gloves and ask him to get Izzy to sign them and Connor. And while you get that up, I just wanted to quickly mention, because we did announce it on the last podcast, that Dan the Hangman Hooker taking that fight on short notice. I didn't realise that he's not even coming home. So he's not even coming back to New Zealand. He's risking, and they're shutting the borders down. So he can't actually get back to his family until it's indefinite. So, he's taking this fight and just going, fuck it. Like, I'm going to go over to Abu Dhabi. Like, and his attitude towards it is just insane. Like, he's so happy. He's so carefree.
They're paying him quite a bit.
He was saying that. Bring out the rib panties.
I mean, they fucking better.
The fucking oath.
Like, if he's given up his fucking livelihood in New Zealand,
his whole family,
his family, everything,
his business, everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If he's giving that up to move to another country to dedicate himself to their enterprise, fucking
kudos.
Feed him some money.
Hundy.
Feed the man some money.
Hundy.
He's done the mahi. Give him the money.
That's it, bro. So were you going to touch on anything with that before we wrap it up?
I'll do my best to get in contact with him.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
maybe get him on the potty.
I used to spar with him, bro. Like this, it was fucking. I blew my mind away when I was looking at it yesterday. I was like looking at his Instagram. There's a photo of him and Connor. I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? Him and Izzy, and then Jiri. You know Jiri? The guy with the big fucking. He just signed him.
Yeah.
He's got a photo with him. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And then it's like up the top UFC manager. I'm like, What the fuck? Because he was a lawyer here.
Ah.
So he did like
closes deals,
bro. He
makes deals, bro.
Oh my god, like this cunt's a weapon.
And people think we're doing all right.
We used to spar. I used to fucking touch him up.
Oh,
now,
there it is. We're waiting for it. I was waiting for it.
I'm not joking. Like this.
Did you have a better jab than him?
No, but like, see, I was training for fights. These guys were just training in classes.
Holding pads for him.
Well, pretty much. I used to hold classes.
Did ya?
Yeah, kids class.
You wouldn't be able to hold a class, bro. You can't even control fucking Luna.
Fuck yeah, I can, boy. All you gotta go is no.
Yeah.
And she gets all. She's like, I'm
stick.
No, she's a little wombat. She's a fucking little seal.
Yeah, I got no doozy stories for us this week. Nah. He's been on his best behavior.
Nah, she hasn't done anything. She's a menace with other dogs, eh?
Yeah.
A worry. I can't take her near other dogs now.
Why?
Because I don't know what it is. Like, she must put out some sort of energy where a dog thinks they could just come dominate her. Because, bro, like, all these dogs, like, there's only been one dog that comes up to play with her, and she was completely fine. But every other dog that comes over, like, gets its fucking back leg, like, it gets all archy over her, and she gets all, like, submissive, and then something cracks, and then she's like, no, fuck this. And then, like, goes at this dog.
Fuck.
Like, she latched onto a big fucking, like, a shepherd-type dog, like, onto its neck.
Oh.
Like, this dog was trying to have a go at her, because it was growling over her, and then, like,
went to assert its dominance.
Yeah, like went to crack, and then as soon as it went to crack, Luna just went, no, fuck. Just grabbed onto its neck, and then, like, this dog's yelping, Luna's yelping. I'm like, what the fuck's, like, I'm freaking out.
Yeah.
I pick Luna up. I'm, like, holding her up high. This dog's, like, jumping up on me, trying to get to her. The owner's, like, running over, trying to get its dog. I'm like, fuck. Get your fucking dog away from me, before I fucking kick it. Like,
yeah, that's like
trying to kill my little baby.
Yeah, that was just on the topic. I caught up with Ollie. Shout out to Ollie.
Yeah.
And
it was literally similar, like same size dog.
Really?
Like a husky type dog.
Yeah, well, he's got a beautiful husky.
Yeah, that dog's a bit.
Shout out to Shadow.
Absolute weapon.
Baby blue eyes.
Yeah, she's a cutie.
Yeah, so so he was taking her for a walk just around his place, and he reckons I don't. It's fine. Should I be telling?
Some dogs try and have a go.
Yeah. So anyway, he's got a dog in the area anyway, and apparently it's a big like Rottweiler looking thing, and he had Shadow. He had Shadow off the lead, and he could see him driving around in the car looking for his dog because his dog was out. And anyway, all of a sudden, he just looks over and he sees this big Roddy, and it's just fucking launching himself towards Shadow. And it started full attack Shadow, bro. Like, was biting every. Fucking Ollie just runs over, boots, starts like bashing this Roddy, trying to get it out. And then old mate pulls up, like, oh, fuck, what's that going on? Anyway, it was a big thing. And then finally, they separated the dogs or whatever, and he messaged him on Instagram afterwards, and he goes, he's like, hey, bro, I'm the guy that, we had our dogs. Your dog attacked my dog earlier, ruddy-duddy-da. I just need you to cover the vet fees and stuff. And, yeah, he was like super sorry and stuff and covered the vet fees and everything. But, crazy, man. You gotta watch out for other people's dogs, not just your own.
Yeah,
but
like I'm not worried about, like, Luna won't go up to any other dog. She like, if we're at the park, she'll keep to herself. She won't fucking bat an eyelid for any dog.
Yeah.
Like, even if they're chasing sticks or whatnot, she's just focused on me and what I like, if I'm going to throw a stick or whatnot.
Yeah.
But it's the other dogs, bro. Like, people need to fucking train their dogs, eh?
Not only people, but while we're on the subject, not only dogs, right? But my girlfriend was down at the dog beach the other day, down at Currumbin. This was probably about a month ago.
Yeah.
And
not the other day.
The other month.
Yeah, the other day, last month.
Yeah, so she calls me up afterwards. She's like, "Oh, I've just got like abused at the dog beach, right? Like some family came up to Doozy and was just screaming at him and all this sort of stuff." Anyway, it turns out like my dog Doozy, he just loves people. He loves anything that moves and other dogs and stuff. But he might run over and jump and try and get pats and all that sort of stuff. But he's never going to bite. Like he doesn't try and launch himself and try and bite you. Like he never does.
Yeah.
And anyway, this is a dog beach, so I don't even have to defend it. Anyway, he's off the lead. Dog beach. Anyway,
I know the park.
Yeah. So it's relatively dark as well. And then all of a sudden, so Charlotte's just walking or whatever, and he's off. And then she sort of sees him run off a little bit further, and she's calling back. And then all of a sudden, she just hears, "Get your fucking dog away from me!" Just like fucking screaming their heads off, this whole thing. And then so Charlotte runs over, is like, "Oh, what the hell's going on? Get your fucking dog on a lead right here." Just starts abusing the shit out of Charlotte and Doozy. And obviously, because you're making so much noise and screaming and everything, he's just all, jumpy. So he's still running around. And it's like, but where I'm getting at with this is that if you're walking at a fucking dog beach, excuse my French, but if you're walking at a dog beach and you don't like other dogs coming up to you, this family didn't have any other dogs. So they're going for a walk along the beach.
Yeah.
And you're going for a walk at a dog beach. You need to have enough discipline to be able to go, oh, here's a dog, pat it or whatever it is.
Yeah.
You never freak out and yell and scream and go, "Oh my God, your dog's going to attack me right now," when it's a little it's a 1-year-old bulldog, first of all. But even if it was like a Rottweiler or something like that, you still don't panic and scream and try and, make a big thing out of it. It's like not only dogs need to be trained, people need to be trained.
Yeah, people need to be trained.
Like they were with their kids and family and stuff. It's like, look what you're teaching your kids to do every time a dog comes running up to them. You want them to be terrified of dogs. Dogs aren't scary things. It's the way that people, train them up, and certain people have got different reasons. But, majority of the people, the majority of the dogs, they're not going to know.
The owner.
Yeah, exactly. So, and you can really tell the difference between a vicious dog and a dog that's just excited and happy and all that sort of stuff. So,
that's literally main reason I don't go to that beach anymore.
Yeah, just like stupid idiots.
I had
bro.
There was like 3 dogs, bro, and I'm walking Luna right at the end of that like straight bit.
Yeah.
Like just before you go onto the beach area, and there was 3 dogs, bro, like growling and barking and circling Luna, and the owner's right there watching it, and they're laughing like they're playing, and my dog's like ready to fucking go. And I'm like, I pick Luna up. I'm like, get your dogs, because my dog's anxious, and she's gonna have a crack soon if one of your dogs comes close.
I'm all for it. It's like if your dogs are doing that as well, like and they're that type, like that's when I think you can put them on a lead.
But that's like just going for mentality. Like they're circling my dog, barking and growling at her.
And I'll let him off the lead, but if he starts to annoy another dog or goes up to another dog, I just try and, come on, boy, come on, rate it up. Or if he's full on playing with another dog, that's a different story. But if you can see him starting to, get a little bit anxious or he keeps taking off, whatever, I'm like, fuck you, you're not going off today. You're on the lead today.
Have you had like a small child ask to pat your dog before?
Yeah.
Did she give him like a big cuddle and stuff?
Usually like, because like, he's just like.
Because I went to the swell, it's like a little festival and they do artworks on the beach.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yeah.
So I took Luna there. First time she's ever been in a crowd of that many people. And I'm walking with her on the lead because I wanted to train her like being around the people. And this one kid comes up and she's like, "Can I pat your dog?" I'm like, "Yeah, no worries." And I'm holding Luna and like this kid starts patting her. Luna's loving it, but then all of a sudden this child grabs Luna's face like this and like puts her face to its nose, and Luna just goes, and I go, like, don't grab her face like that. Like, she doesn't like that. Don't grab her face. And the parents like, how come she can't grab her face? And I'm like, would you like someone to grab your face and like rip your fucking skin into you? Like, what the fuck do you mean?
Yeah, just pat.
Yeah, she's like, your dog's growling. And I'm like, yeah, because your child's grabbing its face. Like, what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah, shout out to people, man.
Oh, man.
It does surprise me sometimes, eh? And
I want to bring Luna into the store one day.
Yeah,
just
she's
so
harmless.
Everyone can meet her.
She's harmless. She's so chill.
If someone walked in the store, she'll bark initially. She'll go, "Oh, someone's here."
Or she might just run over or whatever.
No, she'll bark. She'll 100% bark. Yeah,
I can't see it.
She'll bark. She barks at anyone that comes to her house.
Yeah,
and then as soon as they look at her, she's like ears down, like, "Yes, new friend." Like, fuck straight up to them, like kissing their legs. And, like she's harmless, bro. She's a fucking little child.
We'll have to make it a dog day.
Yeah, bring his dogs down.
Bring your dog down. All right, my bro. I think we've dribbled enough already, and that's
a long one.
Another long one. Hopefully, we can still get a second one under the belt today.
Yeah.
Later on this week, and we'll be back with some more cardboard by the sounds of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Until next time, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the listen.
Yep. Let it rip.
Let it rip.